Hey friends, we are taking a break from the massive game haul. I wanted to start one of two collections that have come in. This one is the one that got dropped off back in December, and we've come to an agreement on price, and it is now going into inventory. So I had to break it down out of the box as it came in, so I put it in these bins like this, and we'll just basically go through it as I'm checking them in. So this is just going to be kind of a what do we got in here type of situation. There's really some great stuff in this collection, really fantastic items. So let's get into it because it's pretty eclectic. There's most everything is in great shape. There's a couple books here, like right in the beginning here, that are really crunchy. Like this is a falling apart. I don't know what this is. Player's Handbook without the cover. DM Guide, Orange Spine is toast. This will probably go to Whatnot. Yeah, it's falling apart. And then this Player's Handbook, same issue. This one, yeah, it's just they're just too crunchy. So those are gonna go into my quick auction pile and get rid of them. However, other than that, there's a few odds and ends in here, and other boxes too, that are a little worn, but this is in great shape. There's some really good stuff in this one, so let's get at it. Some stuff I haven't seen before. This is Stone Hell Dungeon. I think this is a fairly recent Labyrinth Lord compatible product. Don't know that one. A lot of first edition here in this box. We have a very nice DM's guide. It's got a price tag mark there, probably an old Toys R Us sticker. Very clean, very crisp corners. That's in great shape. A Player's Handbook with wear from use, some staining on the inside of the cover, some old pencil writing in the back here. But overall, pretty solid. I don't have one at the moment, so that's good to have. Very nice manual of the planes. Crisp corners, just a very little bit of whitening on it. Nice clean cover, no writing inside. That one was a nice surprise. Unearthed Arcana is mid-grade or better. This is the errata sheet, and then none of the pages are loose. Do have corner wear on the corners, unfortunately, but still pretty good shape. Let's see. Then we have the run of the Gygax Memorial books. I think all of them, actually. There might be one missing. Player's Handbook. These are not the POD reprints. These are the originals. You could tell the originals because they have, and the POD reprints, this is all like a solid cover, and the originals, it's actually bumpy here. You can, this little embossing here, when you run your hand over it, it actually is, you feel it. Same on the front cover, the embossing on the corners there. The POD reprints, which I loathe, are solid, cover, and there's nothing to it. So they don't have the, once you took a wrapper off, the overlay had the USB number, the ISBN number, and the stock keeping number and all that stuff in there. That disappeared, unfortunately. So Dungeon Master Guide, also same thing, reprint, no back. Then we get into the ones that were, the Monster Manual also was the last of the Gygax reprint memorial ones. All of these were just fantastically done. You get into the great cover of the Unearthed Arcana, and you've got nice little shininess to that. That just creaked when I opened it, so I don't even think that one was ever used. The Dungeons of Dread, which is the X series, if I'm not, sorry, I'm wrong on that. It's the S series, S1 to 4, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, This 1 to 4. Great old S3. It's creaking also, so I'm not going to try to open it too much. The old S3 module. And then the problematic Against the Slave Lords. This will never get reprinted again. A1 to 4 plus A0, which was kind of a precursor to it. There's a lot of Frog God and Osric stuff in here. Osric stuff. This is Full Moon Ransom. Just a thin little module. An old Mayfair Games roll aid module. This is Question of Gravity. That one's in pretty good shape. A little worn. This is Frog God, 5th edition Teagle Manor hardcover reprint of the old Judges Guild. We have the Adventures in the Borderland Provinces, Necromancer Games. This was an RPG crate book, it looks like. And there was a lot of RPG crate stuff in this one, as we'll see as we get in there. Stoneheart Valley is a Frog God Games item for Pathfinder. There was a bunch of these. We'll see a lot of them in future boxes, but there's the folio. Looks like a module series for 1st edition and 5th edition compatible. Almost all of them are unopened. I think these were loot crate or RPG crate items. I actually don't. I've never run across them because it's 5th edition stuff. I don't do a lot of the third-party 5th edition stuff. The one thing I do of the 5th edition third-party are these. Well, not all of them, but 5th edition fantasy from Goodman Games. These always sell really well for me. A lot of these have started to go out of print. So here's number 11, number 8, number 6. I know that one's out of print. Number 3. Those do very well for me, and I know there's some more of them elsewhere in this collection. Yeah, some more. So this is Fang and Tooth Tavern, 5th edition. And I don't know much about that one. So, Curse of the Full Moon, another 5th edition. Again, I think a lot of this stuff was Loot Crate. Marathon of Heroes module. Delve in the Cave. And Slag Heap. This is I believe, Troll Lord Games module. And then we get into some more folios. We've got, looks like another 3 or 4 more. Some artwork there, some salacious artwork. So I know there'll end up a big stack of the folios. A couple good Judges Guild items here. One of them's a good one. Book of Wondrous Weapons. The toughest dungeon in the world for Tunnels and Trolls. And then a rare item. This is the Treasury of Archaic Names. This is the later printing, if I'm not mistaken. And it's in pretty good shape. Just a cool early way of naming characters. Then we get into 1st edition modules. And there's some good stuff in here. Secret of Bone Hill. And a lot of these are in really good shape. A little bit of wear. N1 Against the Cult of the Reptile God. WG4. Forgotten Temple of Tharzadun. S4. Lost Caverns of Toskant. We got the Slaver series in the original format. A1 to 4. And a complete run there, and all those are in nice shape. A little bit of scuffing and corner wear. Some player character sheets, there's almost nothing left in that. A later printing of the Q1 Queen of the Demon Web Pits, but this one's pretty clean. A little bit of scuffing. Has both the map pages. The outer cover. The Giant series. We have G1, 2, and 3. of the monocolor versions, and then this was later combined as G1 to 3 against the Giants. And those are in pretty good shape. Then we also have D1, 2, and 3. So that's the entire Giants Loth saga. These are the monocolor ones as well. D3 standalone. D1 to 2 was reprinted as a combo after this. T2, T1, this is the the village of Hamlet. I think one of the pages is loose here, the map page. S2 in the monocolor format, White Plume Mountain. Then the last item we have in this box, almost the last time, I got something else I'll pull out here. This is the AC3 and the Kidnapping of Princess Arlena. And there was also an AC3 different version of this. They misnumbered too. This one's mostly complete. There is some stuff that's been cut out, but only a few pieces. And early 3D dungeon tile type stuff. So I am going to put this back in the bag to prevent any of that stuff from getting lost. That might be loose. We already went through these folios. Just put those in the back here. There was a couple odds here. I'm hoping that I'll find them. There was a number of copies of the Sea Steeds and Wave Riders. I'll have to sort that out. Yeah, here they are. 3 different, there are 2 more versions of it. And the partial, this was a box set by Judges Guild, the Imperial Infantry Squad. I'm pretty sure a lot of that's missing. I think there were counters, and here's the map, but I don't think that's complete. Here's an early Teagle Manor from Judges Guild. This is, I think, the first version of it, and there's a map that goes with it. I gotta see what goes with this, and hopefully it's all there, because this is the early printing, and I know people look at it. And then this is the other version of the Treasury of Archaic Names, and I'm, just right at the top of my head right now, I don't remember which is the first printing and which is the, I think this is the first printing, but I will double check it. But we have both versions of that. I don't think I've ever had both versions. I think I've only ever had this version. So, but it's been a while. I know I had this one not too long ago, but this one I can't remember having. I wonder if it tells me. Let's just do a quick look on the pages here and see if there says anything. 79. Copyright 79 on this one. Also 79. So I'm pretty sure this is the older one, because the printing in this one is much better. So I have a feeling that this was a later version. So anyway, thanks for watching, and you're going to like more of what is to come on this collection, and then the collection after it, and I'm working on another collection after that. So, rains and pours, and we got to get through this stuff. Thanks for supporting it. See you on the next one.